In December 2004, His Royal Highness Prince Charles made an official visit to the rural heart of the Wye Valley and the Forest of Dean. As a champion of sustainable living, he had good reason to come, for in the rural community of Hewellsfield and Brockweir, a remarkable centre had been built, an example that could inspire rural communities all over Britain.
The village shop is not only now the hub of the local community, but is perhaps most of all a triumph of community spirit.
This is the story of how the Brockweir and Hewellsfield Shop Association came about, through the vision of local people and with the help of visionary organisations. Brockweir and Hewellsfield are scattered rural communities of just 270 homes and 500 people, located between the Forest of Dean and the lower reaches of the River Wye. The area is designated as one of outstanding natural beauty. Both the residents and visitors alike appreciate the attractions of this peaceful valley. The natural beauty of the famous River Wye is complemented by historic features such as Tintern Abbey and Offers Dyke. However, like many rural areas, over the years, Brockweir and Hewellsfield lost its school, a number of small local businesses, and finally, its sole remaining shop. It was the sudden closure of the shop and the reality of what that actually meant to the village that stirred the locals into action. They realized that their community was at a turning point. There was a choice to be made. They could either cope with the latest loss or decide to stop the decline there and then. At a public meeting, the villagers decided they would not sit back and accept the permanent loss of the shop. A group of them got together to look at how they could set up their own shop, one that local people could secure for the future. The word wasn't spoken, but for the first time the concept of sustainable community had real meaning and relevance. There was a tangible feeling that they could do something to make it happen. Their vision was for a sustainable enterprise that would offer social, economic and environmental benefits to the whole community. It seemed like a tall order for a small rural area. At first, many were apprehensive, but once things gained momentum, community action snowballed in a way that could never have been predicted. The group turned to the Gloucestershire Rural Community Council and to Versa, who helped them establish themselves as a not-for-profit industrial and provident society, and guided them through the early business planning for the project. The group would now be known as the Brockweir and Hewellsfield Village Shop Association. The project had three main aims: to establish the social heart of the village, to provide local access to much-needed basic services, and to enhance the local and wider environment. By bringing together a group of enthusiastic volunteers before work had even started, the seed of social benefit had already been sown. Local people helped to finance the project by investing in community shop bonds, ranging from £50 to £1,500. The bonds eventually raised over £20,000. That, together with donations of time, toil and expertise, raised the £60,000 needed to match the generous grants from the project sponsors. It was a demonstration of a high level of long-term commitment to the success of the shop. After completion, the shop has become a busy meeting place. It's a coffee shop, a library for books, music and videos, a place to learn IT, over 100 locals trained to date, and somewhere to post your parcels and letters or pick up your library books. Above all, It provides a beautifully designed, welcoming environment in which anyone will feel at home. Whether you want to buy local produce, read a book, or surf the internet, the shop offers a place for all to share. The intention is for the shop to be financially self-sustaining, with any profits being ploughed back into the project. The building of the shop created work for local craftsmen and material suppliers, and now the running of the shop provides a full-time job for the manager. For local producers, the shop provides a much-needed market outlet right on their doorstep. And local artists have a shop window for their talents in the coffee shop and the gallery. Walkers and tourists have always visited the valley to enjoy the network of ancient footpaths. Now they have a place to drop in and refuel on home-cooked cakes and coffee, while helping to keep the shop viable. A comprehensive IT training facility is housed on the first floor, giving local people the opportunity to acquire valuable skills that will give them greater options in an increasingly computer-based world. Environmentally, the project set itself demanding criteria. The building is constructed of green oak, sourced from local sustainably managed woodland, some of it even coming from the gardens of volunteers. Because local materials have been used and local architecture taken into consideration, the design blends well into the surrounding countryside. A panel inside the doorway tells visitors about the energy-efficient design of the building and how green technology is being used to reduce the building's ongoing carbon impact. Heating is provided by an ingenious underground heat pump system, which utilizes the natural warmth under the adjacent playing field. The heat pump provides all the heating and hot water needed for the building. Copious insulation ensures that the building retains heat efficiently, and even the small amount that could be lost is recovered from the ventilation system. Electricity is generated by the south-facing roof, which is made up almost entirely of photovoltaic cells. This, coupled with the low-energy lighting throughout the building, means that at times a surplus can be fed into the national grid. The Brockweir and Hewellsfield shop has proved to be an inspiration and a superb example of a sustainable resource that can be replicated in rural communities the length and breadth of Britain. Come and visit. Like all its welcome visitors, you'll be glad you did. Prince Charles was.